Because some of these tours, they come and they flights, like, from other countries, they come and they land at midnight. They'll come and they land at 1, 2 in the morning. They think it's cool to just go straight to O Block. Like, okay, you in front of Von Mural at 2:30 in the morning and killers is outside op shopping. You know what I'm saying? So, and they'll catch you in front of Von Mural and they'll do something to you. They won't kill you or nothing because that'd be just bogus to kill a tourist, but they'll embarrass you. They might catch you and slap you up with the back of their guns or something. They might catch you and strip you naked out there. You know what I'm saying? I grew up I was born in the projects, in this part of the city in Chicago we call the low end. And, you know, that was the projects, they knocked the projects down. We migrated to the south side, and that's why I made my bones, you know what I'm saying? That's why I met all of my friends and my hood is, and, you know, that's why I grew up and became who I am and got my own identity on King Drive, 60th through 65th, 4th. That's my childhood was crazy. It was good. It was good and it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Chicago as a project baby, you know, we around a bunch of fucked up shit every day. But, you know, when you from the projects, you don't really know that that's, you know, like, not a good way of living. That's all you know. You know what I'm saying? So you love the projects. You love the dirt, the hunger, the drugs, and whatever else you seen around you. That's all you know. So that's what you grow to love. You know what I'm saying? But it was dangerous coming up. Just like any other hood in Iraq or any other project in the city, it was dangerous for us, you know what I'm saying, for kids. And when I grew up and got a little older, it was definitely dangerous in my section. There was a lot of murders and a lot of shit happening in the streets, you know.
What was your education like?
I dropped out of school my sophomore year, but I was always a smart guy. I like to think in my, you know, my grades or like my test scores in school will reflect that, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like I was a smart guy, but school and me ain't get along as far as like the time when I got older into the age of going to school and being able to like get into shit. Like, you know, you get into an age around 6th, 7th grade where it's just like, it's street politics now. You can't go to certain schools, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to a school over here where the rest of your friends go, or you gotta go to a school like that's underprivileged and, you know, only learn 60% of what you should have learned that school year or that semester, you know what I'm saying? Underpaid teachers, underpaid staff, underprivileged everything, old books written in from 20 years ago, that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you get to a point where it's like, it ain't about just going to school, getting good grades, coming home. Now you got to go to school. You get about 12, 13, start going to school worried about bitches and niggas and who is this and, you know, all that type of shit, especially when you grow up in the hood. So, you know, my education, when I could stay in school, if I wasn't suspended or expelled from fighting or bringing guns to school or some shit like that, like, yeah, I was great at school, you know what I'm saying? But I half the battle was keeping me in because I was either always suspended for doing something or just absent because I'm in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I just let go school completely after they killed my right-hand man's LA. That was right my sophomore year. I dropped out.
What happened there? What was the situation?
My best friend, my right-hand man's is this guy named Tay Capone. He's the reason I changed my name to Tay Capone. His name was Tay Capone. He was a big rapper and from the rack, and he was about to blow up, and they killed him like a week before he was finna sign a deal. But when they killed him, you know, that was my right-hand man. I couldn't really go to school. I couldn't really, you know, focus or like lock in. I was 16 when they killed him. You know what I'm saying? And
What was the circumstances?
he was in the studio, and him and another guy that's like one of his close friends too was at the studio. I wasn't there, and basically one of the engineers dropped his low. You know what I'm saying? One of the people that was in the studio with him, I'll say, dropped his low to some people that was in tour with us. And, you know, they came and they was waiting outside the studio for him, and he made it outside the studio and walked down a little bit, and they popped out and shot him up, killed him. Yep. So when that happened, I couldn't really focus on school. I had I stopped going to school, and then the first week I went back to school, they had snatched me up to investigate me for a murder. You know what I'm saying? They was investigating me for a murder. So once I got out of the station from that, from being under investigation, I never went back to school. That was my last day, because I had kind of, before they even killed my homie, I was kind of like in this time, I'm telling you, I'm 16 for the shit I'm talking about. This ain't me as a 20-year-old or nothing. I'm a shorty. They coming to lock me up. I'm on probation for guns and shit as a 14-year-old little boy. So, I'm 16, getting locked up. I'll rob it. They come to school, locking me up. Whenever they looking for me, if I go to school, they gonna just come to my school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you having a job and you on a route or you got a warrant or something. The police gonna come wherever they feel like you gonna be. So I was just in the streets too heavy to really be in school. So I just let school go.
And did you get charged with that murder?
No, I ain't get charged with the murder. It just like, well, my thing was like, school made me too accessible for the police, and I do too much criminal shit for me to be doing all this shit under the sun and then reporting to somebody every day or every other day. And if the police ever looking for me, they know where to find me. At least 2-3 days out the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to be in a position where you got to surrender yourself, because, who's to say that I wasn't hiding from them? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that I was ready to be investigated, or who's to say, who's to say I would have made it out that room? You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have went to me not even being here with you right now. You know what I'm saying? So, that was just one of those things where I just was like, nah, I gotta cut school off.
So, Tay, what did you do with your life after that incident?
Yeah, that's what drove my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what cause I made a song right before he got killed. And he basically blessed it. Like, yeah, bro, you sound like you can be doing this, bro. Like, you hard. You know what I'm saying? And then he got killed. So that kind of like drove my career. Like, that made me like, I wasn't gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Even though I had did a song right before he got locked up, he got killed, I wasn't gonna be a rapper. That was some shit. I was in the stool. Folks asked me to hop on it. I did a verse, my first song ever, and I let bro hit because that's my bestie. We was coming from school one day. My mama picked us all up. I played it on the radio in the car, and he was just like in the back seat, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was happy for me. And then when he got killed, like, after I got that motherfucker, got the steam off me, I felt, you know what I'm saying? I just was like, man, bro, like, this shit can't be over. I gotta keep it going, you know what I'm saying? And that's what drove my career, and that's what made me Tay Capone.
Going back to the incident as well with your best friend, you said drop the L or drop the low.
Yeah.
What would that mean?
When you expose someone's location to somebody who they either beefing with or just even a person that shouldn't know where this person is. Say, for instance, if one of my opposition, the guy who shoot at my block, we shoot at his block, if you right now wanted to say, hey, Tay Capone, he here right now in my studio, we right here right now, come kill him or come get him. That's dropping the low. You drop somebody's location to somebody who shouldn't have their location. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did to him. They exposed his location, and he ain't see it coming.
As well, why is Chicago often called Chirac?
I think I think this was the year Sosa blew up. We had killed more people in our city that year, and our rate just been going up ever since, but we killed more people in our city that year than was killed in Iraq that year in the war. You know what I'm saying? So when they got to making all the compares and contrasts, they was just like, man, like, y'all killing more than they killing in the actual war. You know what I'm saying? And we became Chirac.
Tay, how dangerous is South Chicago? Because obviously we hear a lot about it in the news in England, but we obviously have no understanding of how bad it actually is.
Yeah, the city is, whatever y'all hear about in London is probably like undersold. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much that information they can get to y'all, so y'all probably don't know the full extent. Even for what y'all see and read or hear from yourselves, y'all don't know to the full extent. It's just, it's a real war in the streets of Chicago, especially the South Side. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the real gangs or the hoods that's like controlling the rap industry, or like at least for the Chicago scene, that's where a lot of the hoods, like my hood, Chief Keef hood, Lil Durk hood, Lil Reese hood. You know what I'm saying? Like all of our hoods are on the same side of the city, which is the South Side. We all from the South Side. So with that example in its own right, just show you how cluttered it is and how much how much it's focused on one part of the city. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of street guys that's in tour with a lot of people are from the South Side. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever been in a situation, Tay, where your life's been in danger or you felt it's been in danger? And if so, what happened?
Yeah, I got shot with a chopper. Yeah, I was this ain't even happened out here. And this is just one situation. I was in Atlanta when this happened. But I was sitting one day, I was in the car. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin, we was sliding out. I was with the guys and shit from out there. We was dropping bro them off at the spot, and we was finna go across the street to the gas station and grab some things from the gas station, you know what I'm saying? And snacks. Finna grab some snacks. And we had beef out there. There's beef everywhere, you know what I'm saying? It was beef with too many. It's always some beef laying around for something. So as we was backing up, finna pull out of the parking lot, the car pulled in the parking lot, and the guy was hanging out the car with a AK. He was hanging out the car with an AK. He shot the cop I was in. They shot me all in my leg with chopper shells. You know, I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember before I even got actually shot, I remember like seeing everything finna unfold. I remember us backing out, and I remember out the blue a car like hitting the corner and coming in the park lights. We finna go out quick as hell. And I remember seeing the guy that shot me hanging out the window with a K. And he shot the car up. He shot the car up probably 15 times. And my cousin was in the driver's seat. And the car wasn't moving. Right before he let out the first shot, I closed my eyes. Because I thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what closing your eyes will really do when you really finna get killed. But you probably just don't want to see that anyway. Because who's to say you're going to get shot in the head and it's just going to be quick? You might get shot up everywhere but your head. And you might have to look and see and live through it and all that. So, you know, but I closed my eyes because I just didn't want to see whatever was about to happen. And because my cousin didn't drive off immediately, I thought one of the shots hit him. Because, like, as the dude sitting there shooting up the car, my cousin that's driving, he didn't move. Like, he didn't move for a long time. And then out the blue, as my eyes still closed, I felt the car moving.
And was this an op, or do you have no idea who this was?
I knew who it was. I won't call him an op because we weren't into it about no street shit. It was more of this used to be my homie. This was my homie. The nigga who shot me was my friend, man. I used to kick it with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he from Atlanta, but some of my homies that live in Atlanta, they really from Chicago, and they been in Atlanta a long time. So they got Atlanta friends that they was putting me around that I actually ended up getting to know and being friends, and all of us was in like one friend group. But the nigga who introduced me to the nigga that shot me ended up catching a case with the nigga who shot me friend. And that split the gang up. You know what I'm saying? Because they was pointing fingers trying to say he was telling, that split the gang up. So you motherfuckers went on one side, motherfuckers went on the other side, and he went on his side and we went on our side. And it was that, you know what I'm saying? It was like we was jumping out there on each other like we wasn't cool, like we wasn't never homies. But he shot me, he got one, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he did that.
What's, do you reckon, the biggest regret you've had in your life, Tay?
Say that again.
The biggest regret of your life?
The biggest regret of my life, man, is dropping out of high school. You know what I'm saying? I try not to have too many regrets, you know what I'm saying? But dropping out of high school, especially like the high school I was in, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, all the schools that I was talking about, that was like both basically grammar school or elementary school before I graduated 8th grade. When I graduated 8th grade, I had to go through summer school because I was never there. I graduated 8th grade, and my mom, we ended up getting shipped out. We got shipped out. We was in Joliet, which is like a suburban part of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? A better part of, less dangerous part of Illinois. My aunties and them was staying out there, and we was living with them for my whole freshman year. And out there, I was kind of able to like let my hair down in a way. I didn't have to go to school with niggas I didn't like or didn't fuck with or wasn't tour with. Everybody that I was there with didn't know me, and my cousin that was going there was like one of them niggas there. It was like, so my aunties living there, they kids going there. He was a senior when I got there, so he spent this whole 4 years there. He was that man. So I'm his little cousin. I'm straight in there as far as like having any trouble, even though I'm a stand on any business on my own, but I ain't get no trouble there. So, you know, I had it all made for me when I was in that school. You know what I'm saying? Like any trouble I had in that school was kind of like self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? Like me just being a rough Chicago hood guy around all these mixed minorities and other people, and I just didn't know how to like go from being this little ghetto Chicago guy to being like a little more clean around the edges, you know what I'm saying? But I end up dropping out of school. That was the school I dropped out of first. I dropped out of there the first week of my sophomore year. And like I was in football. Like I was one of those guys, like I was a great football player, you know what I'm saying? And I was a running back. I had all the, you know, exposure. I was a freshman, but I had all the women from upperclassmen that was rocking with me. Like, you know, I was able to like go out there and become like something different. I didn't have to be a shooter or a savage or hurt nobody or do nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I was in school and I was going to a great school. It was like, the school I was going to was kind of like a college. It wasn't even a high school. It was so big. It had so many different buildings, so much money. It was just like almost like going to college, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had it all working for me. All I had to do was stay in school. I was great at the sport I played. I was a football player. I was a running back. I was a fast guy. So I feel like if I would have stayed there, I probably would have ended up with a D1 scholarship or something. Then I would have been able to just provide for my family. Because at this point, I'm 26. I would have been in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a believer in my talent. So I'm just saying, like, I would have been in the NFL. So that's what my regret. Because I feel like if I didn't, not to say that I regret my life where it is now, but I just feel like the route that I chose to go kept me in the streets and kept me from achieving the goals that I'm gonna eventually achieve. It kept me from achieving them sooner. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only regret, just dropping out of high school too early and choosing the streets over school.
And as well, what would you say is the most, I guess, the extraordinary or the most unusual thing you've seen in South Chicago?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy, because I done seen a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot of like, I done seen niggas dead in the city, you know what I'm saying? I done seen niggas take their last breath, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't even gonna go that far. Like, one of the crazy things I seen was my homie getting shot. Like, the same guy I told you that they killed, I was with him when he got shot. He had got shot before that. Like a year prior to that, him getting killed, he got shot, and I was with him. We was coming from the hood, and we was walking to another hood that we clicked up with close by. And it was hot in the hood, and before we walked from our hood to the hood we clicked up with, we had a like semi-debate on the block because there was so many police outside. And we all like, look, man, you know, it's hot as hell outside, the police everywhere, we got pipes on us, there's a lot of goofy shit been going on, let's just put the pipes up and walk the phone them shit. They probably standing outside in their hood with guns. We could just let them be out. They gonna be out there with all that hot shit, you know what I'm saying, taking them risks. We cool. Man, we started walking, man. We got the folks in them hood, man. And the motherfucker came out the store shooting. It was a store in our corner. I mean, voila. He went in there first and let off a shot. And then came back out the store and seen a crowd of us walking up right on cue. One of the ops see us walking up, he started shooting. We turned around the other way, everybody running. You know what I'm saying? He let off like 15 shots, 20 shots or so. And, you know, after the other thing went on, you know, we all looking around, making sure everybody except L.A. I'm looking for L.A. I have no clue where he is. We all, like, ran straight. We all kind of, like, in each other, like, vision. Folks was somewhere, we didn't see him, so I'm running looking for folks. He in the street, laid out behind a car. You know what I'm saying? And he laid on his back, and I remember seeing, ironically, where he was shot at the first time, he got shot in that exact same spot the second time, which was really what killed him. Couldn't stop the bleeding, reopened the old wound. But the first time, I remember finding him, he just like, you know, I'd never been shot at this point. So I don't know what the reaction is. All I know is he shouldn't panic, because they say panic makes everything worse. But he was just calm and cool as hell. He was just laying in the street like, fool, this shit hurt. But he wasn't saying it with like a grimacing face. He's saying it with a straight face, but he just like grimacing in words like, fool. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but he wasn't hurt for a guy who got shot up. And I'm just like, bro, you good? I'm talking to him. He like, yeah, fool, I'm good, fool. Call the ambulance. And I'm just remember, like, because I remember how, like, it was more said than just that. But I remember me standing right there on the curb, having a whole conversation with my right-hand man who laid out in the street, shot up. But it's like, it was hard for me to be overly dramatic because he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people get shot up. He doing all type of shit. Folks laid in the street so calm. Shit, I was sitting right there with him calm. Like, shit, you ain't worried. I ain't worried either, folks. You know what I'm saying? But it was a crazy thing to see, because you know, people usually don't react that type of way regardless of how they feel when they get shot. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of one of those moments. That's how I was too, though. When I got shot, I remember that with folks there, I was the only calm person that was around, man. When they shot me, half my leg was hanging off. And everybody around me, my homie that drove me to the hospital, they was acting crazy and shit. And I'm just like, man, everybody calm down. I don't have no panic attack. I'm leaking a lot of blood. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing else to turn bad. I got shot with a bullet this big. So I'm losing blood as we speak. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy.
How safe would you say South Chicago is for tourists?
It's not safe at all. I'm just be a whole lot with you about that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to like get out of that mentality of thinking like, because if I brought you on the South Side with me, I used to think like, you with me, but you really can't say what's gonna happen. I'm not saying I can't stop nothing from happening to you. I can if it's from my guys. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody see me somewhere and you with me and they want to kill me, they'll try to kill you too. You know what I'm saying? And that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's anywhere in the South Side. Like, that's the thing about having so many people from one part of the city. Because even all my ops from the same side of the city as me. So I could have you in my hood, but we gonna be a block over from niggas that want to kill me. So I can keep you safe-ish. You know what I'm saying? I can keep you safe-ish. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I can keep you safe for the most part, but I can't tell you what's on them niggas' minds that want to kill me. They might be thinking about sliding.
Tay, are you scared to die?
No. I don't think I'm scared to die. Because I used to think that, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people probably say they not scared to die, but I've been in too many life or death situations to like I've been close to death so many times, and like my reactions in those moments tell me that I'm not scared to die. Even if I wanted to tell you right here, right now, like, man, I fear death. I don't know what's after I close my eyes. I don't know what's after my heart stop, because nobody really does. No matter what religion you follow, you really don't know until you die. So, you know, I would like to tell you that I'm fearful of death, you know what I'm saying? But I've been in a lot of life or death situations, and, you know, I done been in situations where a guy that had me at gunpoint, you know what I'm saying? And I know the gun loaded. I know the guy who got the gun aimed at me, and I know he'll kill me. But in that moment, I didn't react like I knew he would kill me. I didn't react like I knew I was close to death. I reacted like I thought he was a bitch, and I tried him. I'm still here today, but in that moment, it just showed me, like, because a lot of guys not gonna play with no gun. They not gonna play with their life. And I always think that I'm a smart guy. I like to think I'm a smart guy. I don't like to think I'm some nigga that'll play with his life and do something stupid. But in those moments, I just couldn't go like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is on multiple different occasions. I done had one of my close friends that's from my same block ask me for my gun. And then when I gave him my gun, he flipped it on me and told me, like, not to come back. And we got into it about that. We got into it bad. Right then and there, I took my gun back and I tried to kill him. Right then and there. got into a wrestling match in the back of the hood. I realized that I was the stronger guy, and I got tired of playing with him. In the midst of us all wrestling over my gun, we shot one of the shells out of the gun, and I guess in the midst of all that rambling we was doing, my clip fell out. So when I got him on the ground and I slammed him, I upped the pipe and tried to blow his face off. I was clicking at his head, but one of my homies was standing right there. I was clicking at his head, and it wouldn't blow. I looked to the ground. My clip was standing right there. I started to slap one back up top and try to kill him again, but at this point, I already had a letter shot off in the back of the block. The police, the shot spotter, all that shit, don't send them to the hood. Eventually, they was gonna be pulling up, and I ain't want to be killing no motherfucker running back to my crib or something with a gun in my hand, and the police see me and kill me. So when I got the gun, put my clip back in, put one up in the head, I just got to my crib and, got safe. But to, answer the question, I don't think I'm scared to die, because I think I've been in a lot of life or death situations, and I don't think I was scared to die then.
Tay, I just want to ask you about the perception of people in London and gangs in the UK, because I guess the perception used to be people in London are sweet. Is that still the same, or has that changed?
I mean, I won't speak for everybody, because, I always, like I tell you, I like to think I'm a smartish guy, you know what I'm saying? And I don't underestimate nobody, you know what I'm saying? One of the things about being a gangster is knowing that, it can happen to anybody, you know what I'm saying? And anybody is capable of taking a life or, doing some gangster, you know what I'm saying? So with me, I wouldn't say the perception changed, because I really could never say I agree with something like that. But, like, I feel like out there, man, I feel like y'all honestly more gangster than people give y'all credit for, you know what I'm saying? And like I was kind of elaborating before the interview, like, man, like, to walk up and shank somebody to death, bro. Like, I can kill a nigga and never step foot in front of him with this gun. I can shoot him from over here. I can shoot him from half a block away. I'm going to shoot him from where he never even saw it coming. When niggas in London run up with them big ass swords this big, man, niggas be running for their life, man. And niggas be, boy, what? You chasing them up down the street with a 21-inch knife, That is a whole nother level of savagery, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't me chasing somebody with something that I know can harm anybody at any distance. That's the equivalent of getting up close, looking somebody in their eyes and watching them take their breath. You walk up on a nigga and watching, and you still holding them, you still shaking them. Cause I don't really know, I ain't never seen no videos of one guy just walking up, and running off. I'll be out there, man. I'm talking about, y'all not trying to really stab a guy for him to go back and tell a story. Like, when they go back and when they stab dudes, man, it be looking like y'all trying to kill that man dead on arrival. Like, before the ambulance get there, they trying to have that guy dead. Like, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So me knowing that, because I always said that, even before I was, like, watching, like, London shit, or London, like, politics, I always felt like guys who can just walk up and stab people are crazier than guys who shoot guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can just walk up, it's like somebody killing people with a bat. Like, if you can just walk up and just hit somebody 15, 20 times in the head until their head is just like that, you fucking up niggas them the real hitman. Them the guys that cut your dick off and cut your leg and your nuts and feed that shit to their dogs. That's them type of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody could shoot a gun and anybody could catch a body from shooting a gun. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to, it don't come with no real precision. A gun does 99% of the work for you. You just got to pull a trigger. You know what I'm saying?
How do the residents of South Chicago feel about tourists visiting? And does that happen much?
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but O Block is a big tourist attraction right now. They got a Von mural, and everybody pulls up that comes from anywhere, not just in other different countries, even in the States. Like, you got people flying around from different parts of our country coming to see that. And, you know, like, it's a good tourist attraction, man. I just, you know, a lot of people are fascinated with the dangerous shit in our city. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like, a lot of people don't come here to see, you know, the tourist attractions that used to be regular tourist attractions, like the Chicago Bean and the Water Tower and, you know, the Sears Tower, or, you know, just any little other Chicago things or restaurants or places that used to be like tourist attractions. Now people want to come and they want to see where Chief Keef came from and Lil Durk came from, and they want to see Von mural, and they want to actually look at O Block in person. They've heard and read so much about it. Like, the tourist attractions is the dangerous parts of the city. Now, guys coming right from the airport going to O Block. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you a tourist and you coming on some safe shit, you know, it's all good. And we all, like, we in this city, man, we want people to come here, because what get advertised and promoted about us don't tell our story. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the guys, like, you go to that Von mural, ain't nobody never been hurt visiting there. Like, how they talk about, oh, bro, they may think you probably get robbed coming to see that Von mural if you ain't from the WIC. You know what I'm saying? But one of the O Block guys that catch you in front of Von mural and you see you, like, supporting, bro, and they'll come take a picture with you. All of them come line up. Hey, ooh, you know, treat you like a tourist. They'll come and you in our block showing us love. We love you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we all want people to come in, because we ain't just like, we dangerous, but we don't hate, or we all got smoke and hate in our heart for people who want to hurt us. Other than that, man, like, you can come here and you can come anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And we want you to visit, because we want you to go back and be like, nah, it wasn't even like that when I went. All that I read about, that wasn't even, I ain't even feel like I was safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want people to go back and be like, yeah, we was safe. It ain't really that bad in No Block, even though it is. You know what I'm saying?
What advice would you give tourists who are visiting?
I know y'all love Von. Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most of y'all coming here to see that. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful. Just pick and choose your spots and try to get in touch with somebody from over there that's valid. So when you come through, you ain't just like post, because the thing about it is, we got ops, like I said, and the ops hate us, and they also, because of that, hate people who love us. So if one of the ops catch you in front of Von mural one night driving through, because some of these tours, they come and they flights, like, from other countries, they come and they land at midnight. They'll come and they land at 1, 2 in the morning. They think it's cool to just go straight to O Block. Like, okay, you in front of Von mural at 2:30 in the morning, and killers is outside op shopping. You know what I'm saying? So, and they'll catch you in front of Von mural, and they'll do something to you. They won't kill you or nothing, because that'd be just bogus to kill a tourist, but they'll embarrass you. They might catch you and slap you up with the back of their guns or something. They might catch you and strip you naked out there. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff like that didn't happen before, too. The ops come and take pictures in front of Von mural, too, to disrespect it and draw over it. It's a lot of that going on. So when y'all coming here, y'all just make sure y'all do everything. If y'all gonna come on some tours, y'all want to go be tourists in hoods, just make sure y'all get with the right people. Y'all get the right cosigns, the right people around, so y'all can navigate through that.
What's op shopping?
I mean, you shopping around for your murder. For you shopping around for your victim. When the guy say he going op shopping, he looking for one of his ops to kill him. He going on the ops hunting spree. He going hunting. That's what he coming to do. You know what I'm saying? And 2:30, 3 a.m., them hunting hours. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't no hours to be outside thinking it's shake that ass time.
Tay, do you think you'll be part of this lifestyle forever?
Yeah, that's tough, because nobody want, like me, I done seen the worst of this shit, bro. So I don't want to be a part of this shit. I know what it come with, but you know, some guys that's locked in, our roles are so big, or, you know, so engraved in this shit, you know what I'm saying, that we always, like, I can't unassociate myself with this shit, regardless of if I don't want to be in it heavy. Like, I can step back a little bit, but as far as who I am, where I'm from, what I mean to this shit, that's going to be forever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as bad as it is, I probably am going to be in this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, my associations with this shit, you know what I'm saying? But Nah, I'm on the bigger and better things as far as much as I can control. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those guys who like I don't I'm not fascinated with this street shit no more. Like, you know, when you come in the streets and your first couple years in, everything that's going on around you is like great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember a point in time when I first jumped off the porch, we didn't have no dead friends. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Like, you know, we was in tool guys, but every nigga I knew was alive. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because everybody's alive and breathing, it kind of, you don't really get the gist of what streets got to offer. You know what I'm saying? When everybody well and free and alive, you don't really know. Yeah, you think it's fun right now, you know what I'm saying? But when shit when your homies get killed and you start going to funerals and then you gotta go see some of your homies that's locked up for murders and all that, that's the type of shit where like I've been through already, and now that ain't some shit that I want to be a part of forever. You know what I'm saying?
Tay, how old are you?
I'm 26 now,
And how many friends have you lost?
and I probably lost. I think I lost at least like with like no exaggeration, fool. You know what I'm saying? Because well, I probably lost like 300-400 friends. I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I ain't got 300, 400 motherfuckers from my hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up knee deep in this shit from day one. Like, being one of the niggas, one of the faces from my hood also means that other hoods that fuck with my hood gonna fuck with me. So I meet other guys throughout the city, throughout my life, that's not just associated with my hood or, you know, my immediate surroundings. You know what I'm saying? It's guys from the north, guys from the east, guys from the west. And at this point in time, counting everybody I've lost from my hood, O Block, you know what I'm saying, Front Street, Blackgate, other hoods that my hood's clicked up with, and even guys from other places that I've just met getting money, or some of my scamming friends that got killed. You know, all that through over the years, man. I think I'm at least I'm knocking on 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I close my eyes, I see dead people. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I have a memory, I gotta remember. You know, it's like, say, Vince, if I threw a party in this room right now, and 5 years from now, I'm sitting there thinking about this night I threw a party in this room we sitting in, and I remember folks sitting right here that's dead. You know what I'm saying? I remember folks that was over there putting shit in the microwave. He got killed last year. And then I gotta remember folks who was sitting right here next to me, folks telling me like, damn, folk, we finna get rich. He got killed too 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And this is what having a memory does. This is like living in a graveyard. Like, every time I think about any old shit, anything, period, it's like I gotta think about dead guys. If I think about any time around me and my niggas, or huddled up in my hood, or huddled up around my homies, you know what I'm saying, I gotta think about somebody in that memory dead. And most times, if not all times, it's multiple people in that memory is dead. You know what I'm saying? So every time I have a flashback, every time I'm sitting quiet thinking about the past, I'm thinking about 100 dead people.
But you
Hell yeah. You can, that's why I say make sure you know where you at, and make sure you don't even, you know, because we don't color bang out here and all that like Cali, and we don't wear colors and do all that. You gotta really know what you know out here, you know what I'm saying? So you can be killed for that. There's a lot of people that'll stand on that business for you disrespecting their mob or their gang or their nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm one of them. I ain't gonna lie, like, it's just what it is. Cause you know, when guys out here, when they disrespect your set, they meant that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing that, and they meant whoever represent that. They want you to feel disrespected.
and I guess to 90% of the world, well, 95 or a large proportion, that would almost seem crazy.
Yeah, probably so.
That a fact that someone making a hand gesture is justifiable to taking someone's life.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's regular out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's niggas get killed over that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what happens in the streets. Like I said, it's kind of like in LA and California. Like, a guy will get killed out there for having on the wrong color. You know You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be not gang affiliated at all, and you could just walk outside your mom's house one day with a red shirt on, a red Levi jean shirt on, and a guy walk up on you and do you thinking you a blood and he a Crip. You know what I'm saying? It's just same out here, you know. That's why out here they say when you wear a hat, watch certain ways you cock your hat. You know, like you got fitted caps with the brim, and out here, depending on which way you rock the brim, that's which way your gang is. Like if you rock your hat to the left, you under the 5. If you rock your hat to the right, you under the 6. You know what I'm saying? So guys who under the 6, some niggas might see a nigga from the 5 that they want to roll or get on there with. He got his hat cocked the wrong way, especially back in the day. This ain't happening as much now, but back in the day, that hat direction was a big thing. Like,
just for clarification, you could get shot if your hat was.
Yes, like if you bought a fitted cap, whatever. If you bought a Arizona Cardinals fitted cap, baseball cap, and you turned your head around, you know, the brim facing the back. If it's facing the left, niggas is from the 6, they'll kill you. They'll do you for that. If it's facing the right, niggas from the 5 will walk up and blow your brains out. Especially if it's in like a party setting, like you coming there, there's a bunch of niggas in there with they hat cocked to the right, you coming there with you and your little circle, all y'all shit cocked to the left. Because honestly, with the hat cock and shit, it was like, if it was cocked one way, you was disrespecting the other way. Like if you cock your head to the left, right, the niggas who cock their head to the right is offended by you. They feel like you disrespecting the direction of their hat. That might sound crazy, but it's like, oh yeah, you disrespecting us. You walked in our party, you see all these niggas with their head cocked to the right. You gonna come in here with your shit cocked to the left? You and your homies? Like y'all trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying? So it get like that.
And this gang war
No. No, I don't see no end, because like me, like I'm right here talking to you right now. I'm an older guy now a little bit, and you know, I've been on both sides of the gun. You know what I'm saying? I've been the young guy who putting in the work and feel like don't nobody opinion out here matter but mine. I'm the one into it, these niggas heavy. I'm the one blowing at them, getting into it with them, and they blowing at me trying to kill me. So as a shorty that's putting in work and standing on the business in the streets, you really don't feel like no older niggas could tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And when you even get older, like I said, I've been on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I've been a young, you know, guy who feel like can't nobody tell him nothing. But even also as an older guy, like, you got to be careful trying to invade with young guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like a thin line. You know what I'm saying? The thin line is the reason that things out here won't be solved, because, you know, a lot of people think OGs and people that's older can fix things with the younger group. You know what I'm saying? But when it's a disconnect between the younger and the older guys, it'll never be, a older guy will never be able to stop nothing the younger guys doing, because it's all the young niggas who out here keeping up the beef and killing and all that. But it's a disconnect between them and they big homies that want them to stop the killing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason it probably won't stop, because the young guys, if you don't respect the ones that came before you, who do you really respect out here? You know what I'm saying? You don't respect nobody word. If a guy that been out here 15 years before you even thought about this block, put blood, sweat, and tears into this block, and an official from this hood that you claiming now, if he can't come and tell you, look, bro, chill. We trying to get money. Who else you gonna listen to? He a legend in your hood. If you ain't gonna listen to him, you think you gonna listen to some other nigga? You ain't gonna listen to no other nigga, bro. Another nigga gonna get killed trying to tell you to stop killing people. So I don't think it's ever gonna stop, bro. And some guys done lost in their mind, they done lost too much to go backwards. Like even me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like live my life the same way I used to live it 10 years ago, but I ain't waving no white flags. Not with no nigga that killed my best friend. I see that nigga, I want his head, man. And he got 60 years in jail. But his head, I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie about that or sugarcoat that. You know what I'm saying? He got 60 years for killing my homie. Yeah, his homie got 45 and they other homie got 20-something. But the nigga who pulled the trigger, he got 60 years for killing my homie. And if I ever in my life hear it's about a way to get his top, I want it. You know what I'm saying? So with it just stopping the violence out here, man. Some guys that lost. That's just my best friend. Not to like belittle that relationship, but like some guys who lost their blood brothers, uncles, daddies. You know what I'm saying? Like sisters. Like it's all type of casualties. Like a lot of niggas feel like they can't turn back. You kill a nigga sister, man, out here in the streets, bro. Ain't no nigga gonna be trying to hear what you got to say.